Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now, today I want to talk about the Jim Rohn quote. It's not what you get, it's who you become. Okay, so it is a beautiful day here in England. In fact, we've had a lot of really nice weather lately. A lot of sunny days. It's really warm. It hasn't been raining. In fact, if you look around me, you see the grass is all dead and everything like that, which is kind of the way I like it. Having grown up in Southern California, I like it in the middle of summer where everything's all dead and brown and you don't have to mow it and it crumples under your feet and everything like that. Anyway, beautiful day, and I decided to come sit in the park and do a little bit of reading. I started out by reading Productivity Ninja by Graham Alcott, which is a good book. Uh, but if you've read David Allen's Getting Things Done, it's kind of like a rehash of a lot of that information. Although the GTD, Getting Things Done, is very outdated, where it talks about like manila folders and everything. And then I started reading, so then I got bored with that. I didn't want to read about productivity when I'm being unproductive here sitting in the park. So I read reading a book on the Kindle for Xamarin, Mastering Xamarin Forms 4, which is actually a really good book, but I find it difficult reading computer books on a Kindle, mainly because of the formatting and the wrapping. It's hard to read code on a Kindle. So anyway, and then I moved on to audiobooks and re-listening to a Jim Rohn audiobook from Audible. Now, if you've never listened to Jim Rohn, I highly encourage it. There's a lot of really good information there. If you go anywhere on YouTube, you'll see a lot of the quotes or you hear a lot of videos with the quotes. But he says something really interesting, which it always strikes me every time I hear it, which is, and I'm paraphrasing here, the best things in life are not what you get, but what you become. Right? When you're going through your life and you're looking for opportunities, there's going to be some that are very lucrative and that will pay very well. And there's others that will make you more of a better person. They would give you more opportunities. They would make you better at your job. And it's something to think about. There have been times in my life where I've had two opportunities. I can remember I had two contracts up at the same time or two offers that came in. One was for uh, BBC Worldwide, and one was for, I think it was GMAC, both as contractors. And this was years ago. GMAC paid more, but BBC would have made me a better developer. It was like thinking about taking that opportunity was not so much for the money, but it was like, first of all, it sounds awesome to work at BBC. And second, the technologies and everything I'd be working on, it was just a better opportunity to go forward. Right? And sometimes you have to make that kind of decision. And it's easier when you have a bit of money saved up or you have some passive income coming in to make that decision. I understand. Sometimes you got a family and you've got bills and you're behind and you just have to take what you can get. But sometimes you have to take the things that make you better at what you do. Every so often, I'll get a comment or an email from somebody saying, how do I create an app that makes money? How do I create, which app will create the most amount of money? Right? And I don't mind the question. I mean, we're all talking about monetization. We're all getting better at that. I mean, you need to make money from your applications so you can continue to make applications. But it shouldn't be the full focus of what we're doing. I would much rather people ask, how can I do a better application? How can I get better as a software developer? How can I find better opportunities? How can I better serve the users that I have? Uh, and doing so, then make more money that way. But, it's always where you come from. We all know people or products or services or whatever or even TV shows that are just there and you could tell they're just there to make money. And you can see some where there's a love of the craft and a love of what they do. And in reward for that, we give them lots of money. And you should aim to be the latter. Anyway, just some thoughts here, sitting in a park on this beautiful day. I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week. And I'll talk to you again next time.